Howdy, Cowboy Gamer here, and we are going to be looking at a Trevenant break list. Now, this is just standard break list. It's not super complex, it's not altered, it's not special. This is what I needed to do with the fewest amount of trades to set up and get this deck easily and cheaply. For that reason, I'm not running 4 Trevenants and 4 Trevenant breaks. They're just too expensive right now on trading, and I'm kind of just using what I have in my inventory. I didn't do a lot of specialty trading for like mystery energies and stuff like that. Why am I doing this? I am doing this so that you can go through step by step, starting from a list of simple and making it more complex, working it towards a finalized list. So this is version 1.0. You've seen this listed a lot of different places. You've seen it on Dark, probably. You've seen it on Mike, PTCGO Radio, probably. The list is out there. Multiple different formats. A lot of people run 3-3-3 and 2s. You don't really need too much for Trevenant. Mostly with Phantom, you can go search turn 1 and get Trevenants in there. However, is it worth it to let your go first on turn 1 and put an energy on Phantom and then give your opponent the chance to go and see them play a bunch of items, get their deck rolling, and then next turn you use Phantom and get Trevenant break or Trevenant out the next turn? It's not bad, but would you rather always be going second and hoping that you're going to hit the Phantom because you got to decide before everything, hoping you'll hit this and getting the Phantom out and getting Trevenant locked down? Those are the things we're looking at. Usually turn 1 is always better if you're given the option. If that's the case, do we want to run Wally in this deck so that we can literally go straight from Phantom to Trevenant turn 1 and immediately start the item lock, which cripples most decks? Also, with so many Trevenant decks out there in the format, maybe I want to run less items and maybe I want to run more supporters. So do I want to do Team Flare? What do I want to do? Maybe instead of float stones, I want to use escape ropes, but that's still an item. So how is this affecting my deck? For that reason, I probably will be eventually trading for mystery energies just to make it easier for my Pokemon to retreat with mystery energies attached to them. And that way I don't need the float stones or the escape ropes. I still think they're good to have a couple, but if you are getting item locked, you don't really use them too much. So supporters I'd like to increase a little bit in number. That's why I'm not using too many VS Seekers. I might just increase my number of supporters. Maybe go up to 4 Birches, or maybe use an extra Bridget. I'm really only using like one-ofs. 1 Lovable, 1 Town Map, 1 Super Rod. Ultra Ball I'm still running a lot of, but maybe I want to, instead of using the Ultra Balls, maybe I want to shuffle through more of my deck to find my Pokemon instead of Ultra Balling. So these are things I'm still looking at. Do I want to still run the Octillery combo if I get ability locked? Is this going to be useful? Or do I want to run Shaman instead, but ability lock still stops that? How am I going to get through most of my deck? And with this deck, I am not running EXs. So the game is going to last a little bit longer if I'm playing it. Why am I making this deck? I'm doing it just to try and get through some games really quick, finish my my versus match. I've got a day or 2 left on the time, and I just want to get the last 3 packs. I also want to get some more points up here, maybe some tickets, start winning some tournaments. So this was the quickest and easiest with the least amount of time to trade for almost all of this. I didn't have much if you watched my last video. I literally spent $7, $8 online on eBay, got 18 packs emailed to me, the codes, redeemed them all, purchased using all those packs, even though they're pretty expensive, purchased almost all these cards really quickly and easily, and made the deck. I would think probably for about 30 packs, you could probably make this entire deck. If you had 30 breakpoint packs, you could trade for everything you need, including a couple of extra things, if you did your trades right. But for now, I'm just showing you what I'm starting with, because I know some of you actually just care about seeing tons of different varieties of decks, but some of you actually care about the nitty-gritty, the one card change, just because you're worried the format's going to be more Trevenants and you want to remove some of your items. So some of you might care about that. If you do, let me know. I'll keep this up, or I'll keep trying to just trade and get tons more decks going, and you guys can like it more that way. But for right now, we're just going to try this out and probably work towards getting 4 mystery energies as soon as possible. So that'll probably be our first change. We'll also be playing a lot of matches, so we're going to see how much items really matter, or if we want to go more for all of this Dimension Valleys and more supporters. And what other good supporters could there be in the deck? Or is Team Flare going to be a really good one? Or are we thinking something else might be? Maybe an unused supporter that doesn't get used as much. Maybe Pokemon Center Lay to keep my Trevenant Breaks alive, or my Gengars, things like that. Especially with Item Lock on, I want to look at all those. And if what I'm thinking about State is really going to be a lot of Item Lock Seismitoad Trevenant decks, maybe I do just want to run like 2 items in the entire deck and everything else just be supporter. Those are changes you're going to watch me make over the next couple of weeks. I know I'm probably not going to be going to States anymore, even though I just spent a ton of money getting most of this deck in actual physical form. It wasn't a ton of money, but a bit. And I did it just because I was hoping I'd be able to attend States. In literally 2 days, my entire schedule has changed, and I may not be able to make almost anything. I might just have to go for some pre-releases for the new Pokemon set that comes out in April. For the pre-release, I might just do some sealed events or something. But that's okay. This is all for learning. If I'm going to be a better player, I've literally been doing this for about a month now, and I need to get good. I need to figure out how the format's playing. I need to figure out what cards are good, how to trade. I need to learn all of this knowledge that I haven't had for 15 years, and I need to see if I'm still up to the task. But for now, we'll play some matches hopefully in the next few videos I upload, but I hope you enjoyed this, and this is Cowboy Gamer, signing off.